You ever buy something online and then immediately wonder, okay, now what? That was me the first time I bought a domain name. I had the perfect name picked out, typed in my credit card info, hit purchase, and then just stared at my screen, totally clueless about what to do next. My name is Daniel, and in this video, we are breaking down everything you need to know about domain names, what they are, how they work, and 5 key things to watch out for before you buy one. And if you've already bought a domain and you're wondering what the next steps are, don't worry, I've got that covered too. Guys, make sure you check out all the useful links in the description. After watching this video, there might be some nice discounts there. Let's jump in and make sure your domain game is solid from day one. Alright folks, let's start with the basics because I know some of you might be completely new to this whole domain thing. Think of a domain name as your address on the internet. Just like your house has a street address so people can find you. Your website needs a domain name, so people can find it online. When you type something like google.com or youtube.com into your browser, that's a domain name. Behind the scenes, every website actually lives at a bunch of numbers called an IP address, but nobody wants to remember lots of dots and digits when they are trying to visit your site. That's where domain names come in. They are the human-friendly version that's easy to remember and type. Now here's where it gets interesting, guys. There are actually different types of domains, and understanding these can really help you make better choices. The most common ones you'll see are called top-level domains, ending in things like .com, .org, or .net. The .com domains are still the gold standard. They're what people expect and automatically type when they are looking for a website. Then you've got country-specific domains, like .uk for the United Kingdom or .ca for Canada. These can be great if you're running a local business and want to emphasize that connection to your area. There are also newer options like .blog, .shop, or .tech that can be really specific to what you're doing. Then there are also premium domain names. These aren't a different type technically, but they're domains that are considered more valuable because they're short, memorable, or contain popular keywords. Think about domains like cars.com or insurance.com. Some of these can be worth up to millions because they're so direct and easy to remember. The key thing to understand is that all domains work the same way technically, but they can have very different impacts on how people perceive your brand and how easily they can find you online. But before we dive into those 5 crucial things, I want to tell you guys about today's sponsor, Porkbun. And this is actually perfect timing because they're exactly the kind of registrar I wish I'd known about when I started buying domains. So what is Porkbun? Well, they're an ICANN-accredited domain service that's been named the #1 domain registrar by USA Today for 3 years running. That's pretty impressive, folks. What I love about them is they offer hundreds of domain extensions at really low prices. And they are especially great if you're into tech stuff, because they have domains like .app and .dev that are perfect for developers, designers, and programmers. Here's the thing that really sets Porkbun apart from other registrars. They don't play games with pricing, they offer transparency with many domains provided at cost. Unlike places like GoDaddy that often have those sneaky renewal markups. And guys, Porkbun isn't just about selling domain names. They've got web hosting, email hosting, and cloud WordPress hosting powered by WP Cloud. What's more, there are shared cPanel hosting plans, and even a link in bio tool. It's like having everything you need in one place. Now, if you're in tech, let me tell you why .app and .dev domains are absolutely perfect for you. These extensions immediately show people that you're a professional who knows your stuff. Building your next project, there's a .app for that. Working on the latest SaaS product that's going to change the world, grab a .dev and show it off. You can also use these domains to showcase your digital portfolio. But here's something really cool that most people don't know. All .app and .dev Porkbun domains come with heightened security built right in. They require HTTPS encryption to load, which means safer connections for your visitors. And Porkbun includes a free Let's Encrypt SSL certificate with every domain registration, so you don't have to worry about setting that up separately. My friends, if you're ready to grab a domain that shows you mean business, check out Porkbun and get your .app or .dev domain for less than $6 for the first year. Trust me, your professional image will thank you for it. Now let's get into the meat of this video, folks. These are the 5 things I wish someone had told me when I bought my first domain years ago. The first thing you absolutely need to think about is choosing a name that makes sense for the long term. I see so many people get excited about a trendy name or inside joke, but guys, trends change and jokes get old. Your domain is going to be with you for years, maybe decades, so pick something that'll still make sense when you're successful and established. Think about what your business or project might evolve into, not just what it is today. The second crucial point is understanding renewal costs and how they work. Here's something that catches a lot of folks off guard. That first-year discount you see advertised isn't usually what you'll pay every year after that. Domain registrars love to hook you with a great first-year price, then charge you much more for renewals. Before you buy, always check what the renewal price will be. Some domains that cost $5 the first year might jump to $30 or $40 annually after that. Third, and this is huge, you need to think about trademark issues before you commit to a name. I've seen people build entire brands around domain names, only to get a cease and desist letter from a company that owns the trademark. Even if you're not trying to copy anyone, you could accidentally pick something that conflicts with existing trademarks. Do a quick search on the USPTO website or your country's trademark database. It takes 5 minutes and could save you months of headaches later. The fourth thing that's super important is understanding privacy protection. When you register a domain, your personal information like your name, address, and phone number gets put into a public database called Whois. Anyone can look this up, which means you might start getting spam calls and emails. Most registrars offer domain privacy protection that hides your personal info behind their contact details instead. This usually costs a few extra dollars per year, but trust me, it's worth it for your peace of mind. The fifth and final point I want you guys to understand is the difference between buying a domain and getting hosting. A lot of beginners think buying a domain means they can immediately start building their website. But that's not how it works. The domain is just your address. You still need hosting, which is like renting the actual space where your website files will live. Some companies offer both together, which can be convenient, but you don't have to get them from the same place. Understanding this separation will help you make better decisions about both. So, my friends, let's say you've taken the plunge and bought your domain. Now you're probably staring at your registrar dashboard, wondering what the heck to do next. Don't worry, I've got you covered. The first thing you want to do is make sure your domain settings are correct. This sounds technical, but it's actually pretty straightforward. You'll want to verify that your contact information is accurate and that any privacy protection you paid for is actually turned on. I've seen folks pay for privacy protection, but forget to enable it, which defeats the whole purpose. Next up, you need to think about where your domain is going to point. If you already have hosting set up, you'll need to update your domain's DNS settings to point to your hosting provider. If you don't have hosting yet, that's okay. You can park your domain for now. Most registrars will show a simple coming soon page when people visit your domain, which is perfectly fine while you're getting everything else sorted out. Here's something a lot of people don't think about right away, but it's really smart to do early on. Set up email addresses using your new domain. Even if your website isn't ready yet, having a professional email address makes you look way more legitimate than using a Gmail or Yahoo address. Most hosting providers include email services, or you can use services like Google Workspace to handle your domain email. Now guys, this is also the perfect time to start thinking about protecting your brand. If your main domain is a .com, you might want to consider buying the .net and .org versions too, especially if they're available and affordable. You don't have to do anything with them right now, but owning them prevents competitors or scammers from grabbing them later. This is called defensive domain registration, and while it's not mandatory, it can save you trouble down the road. Don't forget to set up renewal reminders, folks. I cannot stress this enough. Letting your domain expire is one of the worst things that can happen to your online presence. Most registrars will send you email reminders, but set up your own calendar alerts too. Some people even choose to auto-renew their domains for multiple years at once, which can sometimes save you money and definitely saves you from worrying about it. Finally, start thinking about your website structure and content strategy. You don't need to have everything figured out immediately, but having a rough plan will help guide your next steps. Are you building a business website, a personal blog, an online store? The answer will influence what hosting you need, what platform you choose, and how you set everything up. Alright, so now you've got the full picture. What domains actually are, what to look out for before buying one, and what to do once you've got it. It might seem like a lot at first, but trust me, once you go through it once, it all starts to make sense. If you've been on the fence about getting your own domain, Now's the perfect time to just go for it. Whether it's for a blog, your portfolio, your business idea, or even just to lock down your name online. Buying a domain is one of the smartest first steps you can take. And hey, if you have already bought a domain and you're in that now what phase, drop a comment below and let me know where you're at, or if you've got questions I didn't cover, ask away. I reply to as many as I can. Feel free to check out the links in the description below. You might find some discounts there. As usual, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time.